Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our board meeting. We do have a few members who will not be here, but we have a quorum. And if we could, Mr. Weber, could we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Fallis? Mr. Smith? Mr. Sturgill?
Here.
Mr. Williams?
Here.
Superintendent Mr. Tucker, Treasurer Mr. Weber, Board President Mr. Williams, and board members. Tonight we have a student from Lorain High School who will lead the Pledge of Allegiance. Taylor Carthen is a senior and daughter of Stephen Carthen and Jen Santora. Taylor has participated in sports such as volleyball, track, and soccer. She's a senior class vice president and is currently ranked number 2 in her class. Over this past summer, Taylor has not only done great things within Lorain High School, but has traveled all through the state of Ohio as a 2012 Lorain International Queen. After the pledge, Taylor will be speaking on behalf of Black History Month. Mr. Jama, assistant principal at Lorain High School, is here tonight to support her student. Ms. Carthen.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Lorain is known as the International City. In my opinion, this says a lot about the environment we have surrounded ourselves with. Our city is filled with diversity, and this month we admire the great African American culture. Carter G. Woodson was a proud African American who felt that society should be reminded of where they came from and be inspired to do great things for our future. Out of this mission, he, along with various of his friends, began a Black civic organization that promoted what they called Negro History Week. It is commonly said that Woodson selected February to encompass the birthdays of two great Americans, who played a prominent role in shaping Black History Month, namely Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, whose birthdays are the 12th and the 14th, respectively. Out of this great creation, many doors over time opened for the African American race, and by the 1960s, Negro History Week turned into Black History Month. Since Black History Month began, we have honored and seen as a nation various strong African Americans who have made a major impact in our history. Influences such as Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Jackie Robinson, Rosa Parks, and even our current president, Barack Obama, have all touched our hearts in their own unique way. Booker T. Washington once said, "Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles in which he has overcome while trying to succeed." Looking back at each of those individuals, they all went through a variety of hardships to prove that quality, power, and opportunity is at the hands of every person regardless of the color of your skin, and that's what makes being an American so beautiful. I am honored to say that I have the opportunity to not only speak to you today about Black History Month itself, but also the impact it has on my life and what it has done for me in the classroom. A wide variety of ethnicities walk the halls of Lorain High School, and throughout my high school career, I have learned that being a student in Lorain City Schools has better prepared me for my future more than anyone could ever imagine. Being a student here allows you to learn, grow beyond the textbook. Having the ability to interact with so many different cultures under one roof allows you to learn firsthand about ethnic traditions and so forth. Also, the teachers at Lorain High School have provided me with an excellent education that have left no part of history, math, reading, or science unturned. In all of my classes, I have learned about powerful African Americans, the Civil Rights Movement, Brown versus Board, all the way to the election of President Barack Obama. "Everything in your world is created by what you think," said Oprah Winfrey. Lorain gives each of us an open mind to all things, especially race. So I ask that this February, for all the Black History Month celebrations to come, to remember that we may all come from different backgrounds, but we all share a common goal: to make the world in which we live in a better place. And that is exactly what Black History Month has done for us.
I'd like for the parents of Taylor to please stand. I'd like to thank you for all your support that you have done. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. Thank you, Taylor. This time we would offer the first opportunity for hearing of the public. If anyone from the public would like to address the board at this time, you may do so. Moving on, if we could have a motion to approve the minutes from the board meeting held on February 12th.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes. Old business? Report and recommendations from the treasurer, Mr. Weber.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Williams. 4 items on the agenda this evening. The first one is our January 2013 financial reports. The item in there that was significant was the fact that our tax anticipation note of $3,126,190 was booked in early January, which is no news to us. It just hit our January profit and loss statements. And the tax receipts are starting to come in February 2013. I'll have a better marker buoy next month in March when the final tally comes in for the tax receipts. That's item 1. Item 2 are the purchase orders over $3,000 requiring board approval. Item 3 is a resolution to give the treasurer authorization to collect unclaimed funds if we have any. And item 4 are donations. So I submit for approval items 1 through 4.
Motion to approve items 1 through 4.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I have.
This time, report and recommendations of the superintendent, Mr. Tucker.
Personnel matters, A, item 1, approval of discontinuances, both certified and support staff is listed. Item 2, approval of new appointments. These are tutors and substitute teachers that are all coming out of Title I and Gear Up funds. Approval of new appointments, support staff, substitutes, and a floating custodian. Item 3, approval of contractual status. We have recalled from reduction in force. Consider approval of leave of absence, item 4, as listed. Number 5, consider approval of supplemental contracts. These are for our spring sports that are coming up. So I ask for approval of personnel matters A, items 1 through 5.
Motion to approve items 1 through 5.
Support.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Operation matters B, item 6, entering a contract with Clear Channel for rental of 2 billboards. We are advertising our full-day kindergarten, full force. If we add 1 student, this will more than pay for itself. Item 7, entering to a contract with the Board of Health Municipal Health District. This is one that we do every so many years in case they need an emergency shelter authorization to use our buildings. Item 8, approval of an agreement with Silver & Associates for services delivered. This is to get us ready for the Common Core Title IIA expenditure. So I ask for approval of operation matters B, items 6, 7, and 8.
Motion to approve items 6, 7, and 8.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
C, other matters, item 9. This is National School Board Breakfast Week resolution. And item 10, adoption of the National Nutrition Month resolution as listed.
Motion to approve items 9 and 10.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Concludes my recommendations.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker. Any new business for discussion? This time we would entertain committee reports and requests of board members. Is there a report from the facilities committee? I didn't know if Mr.
That's going to come at the April month, and it's going to be the very similar to what you had last time, where you had the architects and contractors and everything. I think you did that last year or a few years ago at the college. We're going to do that same thing so we can bring everybody up to speed, and that'll be in about 5 weeks or so.
I did notice that the heavy equipment's starting to roll in.
Yes, it is.
Were you out there, Bill?
I went and looked. I was waiting for, I thought the blue building was down, and but I'm sure it'll be down soon.
Just please watch out because he'll put on like a disguise and hard helmet, and we don't hurt you in that, Bill. Okay, at this time, we'll entertain a second hearing of the public. I know you guys are really excited and waiting with great anticipation. No? No. It's not one of those meetings, huh? No takers?
It's all employees.
Wow. Well, we're moving quite expeditiously here. We are going to have a recommendation to go into an executive session. Before we do that, we will announce our next board meeting, which will be, Mr. Weber.
What is that? What is it? March 12th?
March 12th, here at 6:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
And and just so you know, when we go into executive session, there are no action items coming out, so you may feel free to leave, or you may sit and wait. Your leisure. At this time, can we have a recommendation to go into executive session for items A2, 7, and D?
Motion to go into executive session for A2 employment, 7 compensation, and D.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
And Mr. Williams?
Yes.
This has been a production of Lorraine City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorraine City Schools Television at 282-8400.